In this video, we will look at what live blood analysis is and the impact the photonic shield had on such an analysis. Live blood analysis is a screening test that allows for the observation of the various components of a blood sample and can help to determine the functionality of the blood system. Human blood is composed of 45% cellular components, namely red and white blood cells and platelets, and 55% plasma. Blood has many functions, including transporting oxygen, regulating body temperature, and supporting the immune system. The condition of our blood directly correlates to the state of our health and can be a reflection of diet, lifestyle, and environmental factors. During the live blood analysis test, a pinprick needle is used to extract a drop of blood from the tip of the test subject's finger. The sample is placed directly onto a glass slide and examined immediately under a microscope of up to 1,000 times magnification. The sample is illuminated in a way that makes even the tiniest details visible. Analysing the blood in this way allows for the various components and function of the blood to be observed as they exist in the body. The photonic shield is designed to be worn on the body and protect the wearer from the negative effects of background radiation. So we tested it against the use of a Wi-Fi router and smartwatch using live blood analysis. Firstly, to see if the radiation from such devices did indeed affect the blood, and then to see if wearing the photonic shield on the body had any impact on the results. In this study, an initial blood sample was taken from the test subject. The subject's food and fluid intake had been monitored, and it was ensured that they had not been exposed to a Wi-Fi router prior to testing. The first sample showed a healthy blood picture, with red blood cells flowing freely, healthy cell membranes, and clean plasma. 30 minutes later, the test subject sat in front of a Wi-Fi router for 20 minutes. 10 minutes later, a second blood sample was taken. The second sample showed a coagulated blood picture, with red blood cells clumping together, rouleaux, or the stacking of red blood cells, and inhibited blood flow. 30 minutes later, the test subject sat again for 20 minutes in front of a Wi-Fi router. However, this time they were wearing the photonic shield on the body. 10 minutes later, a third blood sample was taken. The third sample showed an improved blood picture, which in fact was superior to the baseline. The clumping and stacking of the red blood cells was no longer present, and the blood flow was restored. The images suggest that wearing the photonic shield on the body has negated the negative effects of exposure to a Wi-Fi router on the subject's blood sample. In the second part of the study, another baseline blood sample was taken from the test subject. The subject's food and fluid intake had been monitored, and no smartwatch had been used prior to testing. The first sample showed a healthy blood picture, with red blood cells flowing freely, healthy cell membranes, and clean plasma. 30 minutes later, the test subject wore an active smartwatch for 20 minutes. 10 minutes later, a second blood sample was taken. The second sample showed a compromised blood picture, with red blood cells clumping together and blood flow inhibited. 30 minutes later, the test subject put on the active smartwatch for a further 20 minutes. However, this time, the photonic shield was worn on the body. 10 minutes later, a third blood sample was taken. The third sample showed an improved blood picture, superior to the baseline sample, with healthy red blood cells, clumping no longer present, and restored blood flow. The images once again suggest that wearing the photonic shield on the body has negated the negative effects of electromagnetic radiation emitted by the wearing of a smartwatch on the subject's blood sample. This dataset can be viewed in full on the research page of the Photonic.global website.